Most people grow fruit trees just to look at them. But in reality, nature gives us options that are much simpler. With only 8 familiar trees, you can create a backyard garden that feeds your whole family for 12 months. If you choose the right varieties, your yard will work like a natural refrigerator, always giving you ripe fruit from spring until the end of winter. Just 8 trees. No chemicals, no heavy care. Yet you still get clean, fresh fruit all year long. And in this video, I'll show you exactly what those trees are and how to use them in the most effective way. And make sure to watch until the end, because I'll share a very simple pollination trick that can double the number of fruits on your trees. Hello, I'm Billy, a specialist in natural farming and clean food gardening here in the United States. If you want to learn how to grow food for your family, hit subscribe and leave a comment with this positive affirmation: I want to grow clean, fresh vegetables at home. Many people think that to have fruit all year, they need to plant many different types of trees. But the truth is not that complicated. When you understand how the seasons rotate, you'll see that only 8 well-chosen trees are enough to create a continuous fruit supply throughout the entire year. Each tree on this list has its own harvest window. When one tree stops, the next one starts. No gaps, no weeks without fruit. Each tree works like a link in a chain, keeping your garden full and productive. These 8 trees are also very practical to grow. They don't require much care, and they still thrive even when the weather changes suddenly. Some of them can be stored for a long time after harvest, giving you fruit, even when it's cold and the garden has little left to pick. The important thing is you don't need a large yard. Even a small backyard is enough for these 8 trees. When placed in the right spots and given basic care, they can provide a simple, steady source of fresh fruit for your family through all 12 months. Now let's explore the 8 trees that can feed you all year long. When these trees are planted in the right spots and in the right seasons, you'll always have fruit to pick from early summer to late fall. Each tree has its own timing, and they follow each other naturally. No empty months. No silent garden. And now we'll start with the first fruit that appears in the year 8. Apple combo, your winter storage supply. The apple combo is your most important fruit source as you enter fall and prepare for the cold months ahead. If you want fruit all the way until March or April, the 2 best varieties are Honeycrisp and GoldRush. They not only cross-pollinate each other, but also offer 2 flavors that work for both fresh eating and long-term storage. Honeycrisp is famous for its crunch and sweet, fresh taste. When you bite into it, you hear a clear snap and feel the natural juice inside. It's an easy apple to enjoy, great for snacks, salads, or eating straight. Honeycrisp keeps its flavor well when stored in a cool, dry place. GoldRush, on the other hand, is exceptional for storage. When first picked, the fruit tastes a bit tart, but after a few weeks or even months in the basement, the flavor becomes deeper and sweeter. This apple can last 4 to 7 months without losing quality. That means you still have apples when the garden is empty and winter is at its peak. Apples are also incredibly versatile in the kitchen. You can make cider, apple butter pies, or use them in savory dishes. During winter, apples bring warmth and energy in a way many other fruits cannot. That's why they are seen as a natural calorie reserve for the colder months. Apple trees need sun and well-draining soil. You only need to prune lightly once a year to keep the canopy open. When you grow Honeycrisp and GoldRush together, the harvest becomes more reliable and the trees produce more evenly. The apple combo ends the fall season, but becomes the foundation for the entire winter. When everything else is gone, apples remain, ready to eat, cook, and store. This is why apples are the most essential group of trees when you want to feed yourself for 12 full months. 7. Pear duo, Bartlett plus Bosc. A long fall season, August-October. As you enter late summer and early fall, pears give you a steady and easy-to-store food source. Planting Bartlett and Bosc together gives you weeks of fruit each, with its own flavor and texture. Bartlett is soft, juicy, and fragrant. When ripe, it has a gentle sweetness, perfect for fresh-eating salads or smoothies. Because it's tender, it's best to eat within a few days after it ripens. This is the variety that brings the feeling of fall is starting. Bosc is different. This pear is firm, slightly crisp, and has a deeper flavor. Bosc is great for baking, roasting, or dishes where you need the pear to hold its shape. Its firmness helps it store longer than Bartlett. Both varieties store well. When picking pears, it's best to harvest them while still slightly green. Then let them ripen on the counter. This prevents them from becoming mushy and keeps their natural sweetness. If kept in a cool basement, pears can last 1 to 2 months, helping you cut down on buying fruit during fall. Pear trees have moderate height, not too tall, which is perfect for older gardeners or anyone who wants easy harvests without tall ladders. They don't require much care, just light pruning to keep airflow around the canopy. Growing Bartlett and Bosc together gives you both soft and firm textures, mild and bold flavors. Most importantly, they keep you supplied with fruit throughout the transition season from August to October. This duo is ideal for anyone wanting a natural and steady fall harvest. 6. Peach Glow Haven, the star of midsummer August. Glow Haven is the peach variety that brings the clearest feeling of summer. When the fruit ripens, its fragrance fills the whole house, creating a warm and pleasant atmosphere. It's a favorite for many people because it produces consistent, high-quality fruit and has fewer disease issues than other peach varieties. One of Glow Haven's biggest strengths is its disease resistance. Many peach varieties struggle with problems like curl-leaf or brown rot, but Glow Haven stands strong. This means you don't need to spray much and you don't have to worry throughout the growing season. It's perfect for anyone who wants to grow fruit naturally with minimal care. Glow Haven peaches are a rich yellow, sweet and tender. When you eat them, the flavor spreads instantly. This variety is freestone, meaning the pit separates easily from the flesh. This saves you time when making pies, jams, or slices for freezing. Glow Haven also performs well in many climates. Even in places with cold springs or unpredictable weather, the tree can keep its blossoms and produce stable crops. Its medium height makes harvesting easier without needing a large ladder. August peaches always bring a special feeling. It's the peak of summer, long days, strong sunlight, and a lively atmosphere. Having a Glow Haven peach tree in the yard makes that season feel complete. You can eat the fruit fresh, use it for desserts, or freeze some for the colder months. Glow Haven offers more than good fruit. It creates memories, picking peaches with family, the fragrance filling the kitchen jars of golden jam on the counter. These moments become the parts of summer you'll remember forever. 5. Santa Rosa Plum, the friend of poor soil, July-August. The Santa Rosa plum is one of the easiest plums to grow and works well in gardens with imperfect soil. If your yard has heavy dirt, lots of clay, or poor drainage, this plum can still thrive. It's a great choice for anyone who wants fruit but doesn't have ideal soil conditions. Santa Rosa is self-pollinating, meaning you only need one tree to get fruit. This is very convenient for small yards. When the tree is in season, it produces a huge amount of fruit, enough for fresh eating, sharing with neighbors, or using in the kitchen. Santa Rosa plums have a deep purple color with a slight shine. When you bite into one, you get a rich sweetness with a hint of tartness, giving it a perfect balance. This flavor makes it excellent for eating fresh. If you want to make jam, the fruit also gives good thickness and sweetness. One important tip with Santa Rosa is thinning, removing some of the young fruit early in the season. This keeps the tree from becoming overloaded and helps the remaining plums grow larger, sweeter, and more even. It may feel wasteful, but it's a key step for a high-quality harvest. Santa Rosa trees are also low in disease and pest problems. Yearly care is simple, just light pruning to keep the canopy open. That makes this plum ideal for beginners and for anyone who wants low-maintenance fruit with a strong harvest. July and August are the peak months for Santa Rosa. You can fill baskets quickly during this time. Plums are great, fresh, but also perfect for drying and making compote jam, or freezing for later. With its pleasant flavor and strong adaptability, the Santa Rosa plum truly is the friend of poor soil and deserves a place in every garden that wants a reliable midsummer harvest. For hardy apricot, the versatile summer fruit. July. The hardy apricot is very easy to grow and extremely flexible in the kitchen. The fruit has a balanced, sweet tart flavor, not too sharp and not too mild. This lets you use it for many things, like jammed dried fruit baked goods, or just eating fresh when it ripens. It's great for both people who like cooking and those who enjoy simple, fresh fruit. The biggest strength of the hardy apricot is its superior cold tolerance. In many regions, late frost or unstable spring weather causes apricots to fail, but this variety holds its blossoms better and sets fruit more reliably. This gives you confidence that you'll have a harvest each year. The fruit is freestone, meaning the pit separates easily. You won't waste time removing pits when making jam or preparing desserts. When ripe, the fruit shows a beautiful orange-gold color and a gentle fragrance that makes the garden feel alive. Another convenient trait is that the fruit tends to ripen almost all at once. This makes harvesting simple and quick. You can make a large batch of jam dry a whole basket or slice and freeze enough for later. This one-time harvest style is easier than checking the tree every day. Like with other fruits, the hardy apricot tree has a moderate size, is easy to care for, and only needs light pruning each year. It likes sun and well-draining soil. But beyond that, you don't need special techniques. Once the tree is established, it becomes stable and low maintenance. If you want a fruit that's easy to use, easy to grow, and brings a clear summer feeling, the hardy apricot is a great choice. Just one tree is enough to give you a delicious, fragrant, colorful harvest in July the 3rd. Sweet cherry, self-pollinating. Summer explosion. June, July. Sweet cherry is a fruit that brings the clearest feeling of summer. When the tree enters its season, bright red clusters hang from the branches, making the whole garden look full of life. Choosing a self-pollinating variety makes growing easier because one tree is enough for a stable harvest. Cherries have a flavor everyone loves. The fruit is lightly crisp, sweet and juicy. When you bite into one, the refreshing sweetness spreads instantly. Kids especially love them because they're small, easy to eat, and taste light and clean. Picking cherries on summer afternoons is always relaxing and fun. Sweet cherry also offers health benefits thanks to its natural anthocyanins. These antioxidants support heart health and help reduce inflammation. So cherries are not only delicious, but also nutritious. Cherry trees love sun and well-draining soil. Care is simple: water regularly during hot weather and prune lightly each year to keep the canopy open. Because this variety is self-pollinating, it doesn't need another tree to set fruit. Perfect for a small backyard. Cherry harvest season moves quickly. When the fruit turns deep red with a glossy shine, that's when it tastes best. You should pick early because birds love cherries. If needed, you can use netting to protect the lower branches. Sweet cherry is the highlight of June and July. It brings refreshing flavor, relaxing moments, and family bonding. Having a cherry tree in your yard makes summer feel complete and full of color. 2. Juneberry serviceberry. Filling the early summer gap. Juneberry, also called serviceberry, is the perfect fruit to fill the gap between late spring and early summer. While many other trees are still waiting to ripen, the Juneberry is already ready for you to pick. These small fruits are lightly sweet, with a flavor similar to blueberries, but the plant is much easier to grow. The strength of Juneberry is its reliability. It produces fruit every year, needs very little care, and rarely has disease problems. You just need to plant it in a sunny spot with well-draining soil. It handles many different climates and adapts well, making it great for small gardens or backyards that want early fruit. Juneberries are soft, sweet, and turn deep purple when ripe. You can eat them fresh, sprinkle them on oatmeal, mix them into fruit salads, or freeze them for smoothies. The flavor isn't too strong, so it's easy for both kids and adults to enjoy. Aside from fruit, Juneberry is also a beautiful landscape tree. It has white flowers in spring, lush green leaves in summer, and turns yellow or red in fall. That means it gives you fruit and natural colors throughout the year. The tree also attracts birds and bees, making your garden feel more alive. But if you want to save more fruit for yourself, you can pick them a bit early before the birds find them. Juneberry keeps your fruit supply from having any gaps. When mulberry season ends, this fruit continues to give your family vitamins and energy. It's one of the easiest trees to grow, but incredibly valuable when building a 12-month fruit garden. 1. Early mulberry. The start of the season. May-June. Early mulberry is always the fruit that signals the beginning of a new season. When the last cold days pass and the air starts to warm, this tree gives you the first fruits of the year. Seeing those early ripe berries always brings excitement, because you know the waiting is over and the garden is waking up again. Mulberries are soft, sweet, and berry-like. You can eat them right after picking, or use them for smoothies, jams, syrups, or breakfast bowls. The flavor is gentle, not too sour, not too strong, so people of all ages enjoy them. They're perfect grab-and-eat fruits, especially in early summer days. What makes mulberry an excellent choice is how easy it is to grow. The tree handles drought, needs very little watering, and requires almost no special care. Just plant it in a sunny spot with well-draining soil, and it will grow on its own. If you're busy or don't want to spend much time watering and watching your garden, mulberry will still give you a reliable harvest every year. Mulberries grow in clusters, and when the season starts, you can harvest them very quickly. Just a few minutes and your hands are full. The tree doesn't need complicated pruning and rarely has pest problems. It's one of the easiest fruit trees for beginners. Early mulberry not only gives you early fruit, but also brings a sense of new beginnings to the whole garden. It brings positive energy, helps you feel more connected to nature, and motivates you for the rest of the growing season. One tree is enough to start your year with fresh, sweet, easy-to-enjoy fruit. To get fruit for a full 12 months, you not only need to choose the right trees, but also place them the right way. A small garden can still give plenty of fruit if you place the trees according to sunlight, wind direction, and canopy space. Below is a simple layout that works for most backyards around 14 acre. Start with the most important rule: tall trees in the north, short trees in the south. This setup helps every tree get enough sunlight. Taller trees won't cast shade on the shorter ones, allowing all of them to grow well and produce evenly. Large trees like American persimmon and the apple combo should be planted on the north side of the garden. These trees have wide, tall canopies, so placing them at the back keeps sunlight available for the rest of your planting space. In the middle of the yard, you can place peach, plum, and apricot. These medium-sized trees love sun. They don't need too much room, but they do need direct light to fruit. Well, the south side is perfect for the smaller trees, like serviceberry and mulberry. These trees are shorter, compact, and can be planted near walkways or outdoor sitting areas. Their fruit ripens early, so planting them close to the house makes harvesting easier. Next is ground covering. A thick layer of mulch about 2 to 3 inches around the base of each tree can reduce watering needs by up to 70%. Mulch keeps moisture and lowers soil temperature on hot days and blocks weeds from stealing nutrients. This is smart gardening. It saves effort and keeps roots healthy. As fall arrives, storing fruit becomes important. You can combine 3 simple natural storage methods. Cool basement for apples, pears, or persimmons. A dehydrator for apricot, plum, or mulberry. A freezer for peaches, cherries, or fruit puree for smoothies. Each method is easy, requires little effort, and doesn't need complicated equipment. With just a few hours of prep each season, you can have fruit for the entire year. When you place the right trees in the right spots and use natural storage, your garden works like a small but efficient self-sustaining system. You not only have clean fruit every month, but also cut down a lot on buying fruit from the store. There's a very simple way to increase fruit on any tree in your yard, even if you don't plant multiple varieties. It's an old trick from longtime gardeners, and it works surprisingly well. Create light wind with a fan. In the early morning, when flowers are fully open, take a small battery-powered fan into the garden. Turn it on low and let the breeze move gently across the blossoms for about 5 to 10 minutes per tree. The light airflow helps pollen fall and spread more, increasing the chance of each flower being pollinated. This trick is extremely helpful on cold days, rainy days, or when bees and insects aren't active. By mimicking natural wind, you make sure the flowers get enough pollen to set fruit evenly. With just a small fan, you can pollinate the entire garden in a short time. If you want even better results, you can use a soft brush to gently touch each flower, especially apricot, plum, or cherry. This takes more time, but the improvement is very clear. The fan pollination method may sound simple, but it can increase your harvest by 30%, up to 200%, depending on timing. It costs nothing, requires no effort, and works for every fruit tree in the garden. Thank you for staying until the end of the video. If you're looking for a more self-reliant life, more clean food, and a garden that can feed you through all 4 seasons, you're on the right path. With just a few trees arranged the right way, you'll have fresh fruit every month and a natural storage supply for the whole year. I'm always here to support you, step by step. If you have questions about trees, soil, sunlight, or anything in your garden, leave a comment below. I'll reply and walk with you on this journey. Before you go, leave an affirmation to open new energy for your garden. I want to grow clean food all year. Don't forget to hit subscribe so you don't miss the next videos. Every week, I share simple gardening methods that are easy to apply and perfect for anyone who wants a slower, cleaner, more self-sufficient life. See you in the next video, where we'll continue turning your garden into a true food source.